So for a while now, I've been hearing a lot about these websites which help folks like you and me order things from Japanese websites. Why would you want to order directly from Japan, you may ask? Well, if you're into retro consoles like me, having the ability to order directly from Japan can have some really great benefits in terms of access to great deals and unique Japan-only products. So join me and let's take a closer look at one of these websites called Sendico. Roll the intro. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Tito and welcome to another episode of Retro Renew. So in today's episode, I want to share with you my experience with the website Sendico, as well as share a few strategies that I picked up that might make finding some of the products you want a little easier and even potentially help you get a better deal. Also, be sure to stay all the way to the end of the video because I want to share with you a couple amazing items that I picked up from Sendico. And there's one really awesome thing that I purchased that I am super excited about, which will probably be one of the rarest consoles in my collection. And here's a hint, it isn't a Nintendo console. So first, what is Sendico? Sendico is a proxy service that will bid on auctions or purchase items from Japanese vendors on your behalf. Those items will then be shipped to the Sendico warehouse in Toyama, Japan, where it is processed and repackaged to be sent to you. Because they are handling all of the back-end logistics, you don't need to create any accounts with, say, Yahoo Auctions or any of the other various Japanese vendors that Sendico deals with. Sendico takes care of all of that for you. You just need to worry about finding the product you want. So now that we know what Sendico is, let me explain how exactly it works and give you a few tips along the way that I use to more effectively search for products. To get things started, first go to the Sendico website. I have a link in the description below. So when you're on the website and after you have registered and set up an account, you will need to add funds. This is done by clicking on your profile and selecting Wallet. You're greeted with several methods to add funds. I typically go with PayPal since they have their own built-in consumer protection and it is the method that I trust the most. Please be aware Sendico will charge a 3.7% fee as well as 40 yen, which is about 30 cents each time you add funds. So try to make sure you add the right amount of funds the first time. Now, when ordering through proxy services like Sendico, I highly recommend that you purchase more than one item in order to spread the additional costs associated with using Sendico services over more items. You will need to do your own break-even analysis to ensure you're getting a good deal. As I'll explain next, there are several additional costs that you will incur by using Sendico services that you will need to take into account. So let's go over the cost that you will need to consider when purchasing through Sendico. The first is the commission. Sendico charges 500 yen for each item you purchase. It doesn't matter if that item cost 1 yen or 1 million yen, you'll be charged 500 yen for that item. The next cost you'll need to consider is inland shipping. Once you win an auction, the item needs to be shipped to the Sendico warehouse in Toyama, Japan. Some auctions will ship for free, so you don't need to worry, while others will charge you the shipping cost. Taxes are another common cost you may incur. Japan has a 10% sales tax, but again, depending on the auction, you may or may not incur this cost. The last cost you need to consider is international shipping to your home address. This is where ordering multiple items will help you save money. Instead of shipping each item individually, Sendico allows you to consolidate all your items into a single shipment. In order to help with this, Sendico will actually store your items for up to 60 days in their warehouse. This gives you about 2 months to shop around and then consolidate all your purchases so you receive a single shipment. This is one of Sendico's greatest selling points in my opinion. So those are pretty much all the costs you need to worry about. Now let's go over the ordering process as well as some of my strategies to help find exactly what you're looking for. So if you are watching this channel, you will probably be most interested in Yahoo Auctions, which you can access by clicking here. Yahoo Auctions is Japan's largest auction website by a very large margin, much like eBay is here in the United States. Now you can use the embedded search engine in Sendico's website and it'll get your basic needs met, but what I prefer to do is use the actual Yahoo Auctions website. This leads me to my first tip. Using the actual Yahoo Auctions website allows you to refine and organize your searches much more efficiently. Sendico's search function is very basic by comparison, so you may be asking, but Tito, the Yahoo Auctions website is entirely in Japanese. Yes, that is true, so to remedy this, I like to use the Google Chrome web browser. Embedded in this browser is a translation function which translates all texts in the website. Simply click on the Translate This Page button on the top right side of the URL bar, and it should auto-detect the language of that page and allow you to toggle between your language of choice, which is English in my case, and Japanese. But before we do this, let's open a different tab. In order to search in the Yahoo Auctions site, we need to search in the Japanese language. I don't know about you, but I don't know any Japanese. So in this tab, go to Google Translate. So before moving on, let's recap. I have 3 tabs open in my browser: Sendico's Yahoo Auctions website, the actual Yahoo Auctions website, and the Google Translate website. Great, so in the Google Translate tab, set the from language to English and the to language to Japanese. And we're gonna search for some Game Boy consoles, so let's type in Game Boy. So now copy the Japanese text and paste it into the search bar on the Yahoo Auctions website tab. Now we get a ton of search results. This is when we now translate the page by using the inbuilt translation feature in Google Chrome. Go ahead and click this icon and select English. With the website translated, we can now filter our results as we desire. For example, suppose you wanted to see the Buy It Now auctions. All you need to do is click on the Flat Rate tab, and they're all shown here. Or perhaps you want to see some items with free domestic shipping, so you can save on the shipping cost. You can click here for that. Okay, so let's suppose we now find something we really want on Yahoo Auctions, like this Game Boy Pocket for example. Go ahead and switch the text back to Japanese and copy the Japanese auction title, which is here in the gray bar at the top of the page, and then paste the Japanese text into the Sendico website search bar. Please note you have to be in the Yahoo Auctions section of the Sendico website in order for this to work. You should now see the item you are looking for here in the Sendico search results. If you have an appropriate amount of funds in your account, go ahead and place a bid. Or if you're still looking around, go ahead and add this to your favorites by clicking here so you can access it later. Also, please note Sendico has a price calculator at the bottom which can help you estimate the total fully burdened cost of any particular item. Great, so now let's say you made all your purchases. We now have to wait until they all arrive at the Sendico warehouse. To check the progress of your orders, click on your profile drop-down menu and select Orders. Once the items have arrived at the Sendico warehouse, they will usually send you an email notification, or you can always check your order status on Sendico's website. So once your items arrived at the Sendico warehouse, you can consolidate them all into a single parcel. To do this, once again, go to your orders and select each item to add to parcel. At this point, you can change the name of the item and adjust the declared value, but I tend to leave them as is. This is meant to help with import duties depending on which country you live in. The last thing to do is select the international shipping service you want. Depending on how quickly you want your items to arrive, you can select accordingly. I'm usually in not much of a hurry, so I typically select the cheapest one. Once that's all done, all you have to do is wait for your package to arrive in the mail, and in my case, I have my order right here. So this came a few weeks ago and I've just been dying to open it. I actually reached out to Sendico asking for information about their services and indicated I wanted to make a video about their website on my channel. They were really nice and they offered to add some funds to my account and cover the cost of shipping to help me make this video. So Sendico, thank you so much for helping me out with this video. Anyway, let's dig right into this package. So you can see here, it comes really nicely wrapped. So I'm gonna save the best one for last. This is gonna go to the side. All right, so I'm gonna do that one last. I'm gonna start with the least expensive item here, and I'm going to do a cost breakdown of everything. Okay, so we got this item here, and then we got this item here. So I'm going to put this box away. So we're going to start with this, and you can already see what this is. This is a complete in box Game Boy Pocket. All right. And I have to say I'm pretty impressed with how everything's packed. It was a very nicely organized box. It definitely seems like it was wrapped with care. And these were all from different buyers, so you can actually see what they did is they actually took the packages out of the box that they were shipped in and repackaged everything. So that's really, really awesome. And oh yeah, this is actually in really good condition. Okay, yep, and this was complete in box, so it came with just absolutely all of the manuals and the documentation. There's a little bit of tape on here. All right, the instruction manual, and here we have the serial number, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if that matches. Wow, it even has the plastic. And you know, it's not in perfect condition, but let's see if the serial numbers match. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is cool that it just has all the documentation. The stickers are in really good condition, but the screen obviously has seen better days, and we might do a nice refurb on this Game Boy, and we'll take a look to see if this actually works. So great. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna put everything away, and we're gonna move on to the next item. Awesome, so Game Boy Pocket complete in box. Very happy with this. So this next item here, I thought it was a decent deal. I think we can probably get a similar deal here in the United States at least, but I don't know. I thought it was decent enough. Again, I'm gonna share the prices of each of these at the end after I unwrap them all. And as you can see here, this is a Game Boy Micro. Now I already have a Micro, but it's in very poor, wow, this is actually in really good condition. Okay, yeah, does it turn on? Oh, fantastic. All right, that works really well. So yeah, this is in really good condition. Yeah, there are some, it is a little dirty, so I'm gonna probably give this a once over, make it look really nice. Buttons feel great. Yeah, this is cool. I'm really happy to have this in my collection, so. And again, I'm gonna go over all the prices. I think I got a pretty good deal. It wasn't a steal or anything, but I think it was a fairly decent deal. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside, and now let's open the last product, which is the one I'm the most excited about. It's a console that I don't own, and it's something that I normally would not spend the money on just because the prices, especially recently, have gone up so high on these. And I'm just really excited to have it in my collection. I hope it works. I'm definitely gonna test it out to see if it works. And you know, if it doesn't, it's probably a known issue. It probably has to do with the capacitors. But all right, enough about that. Let's go ahead and let's open that last package up. All right, so here's the last package right here. I'm not sure if you can notice exactly what it is, but when we open it, I'm sure you will definitely recognize it. So here, let's go ahead and be careful as we unwrap this. This is taped really, really well. And like I said earlier in the video, this is not a Nintendo product. And there it is. So for those of you who don't know what this is, so this is a Japanese market variant of the console. This is a PC Engine GT. In the United States, this was known as the TurboGrafx Express. And this is basically a portable version of the PC Engine, or as it's known in the United States, the TurboGrafx 16. So you basically pop in your Hue cards here, and you can play it on the go. So this is essentially what the Sega Nomad is to the Sega Genesis. So yeah, this is really awesome. Okay, I can already feel this on-off switch is pretty stiff. So let's toss in a couple batteries and see if it turns on. It was sold, I believe the auction said it was for parts or repair, or at least what they say in Japan, it's junk. They call it junk for whatever reason. This is not junk by any measure, but for whatever reason, the Japanese listings call things that are for repair or not working, they call it junk. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's see if we can pop in a couple batteries. Now, like the Sega Game Gear, this puppy takes 6 AA batteries. Wow. Yeah, so I'm sure it went through batteries just as quickly as the Game Gears did. Now, interestingly enough, these contacts, I don't know if you can see that, These contacts look very clean. There is no sign of corrosion at all. And oh my gosh, dude, if this works, that would be so awesome. And I'm gonna have to go get a game because I actually have a couple Japanese games that we can test out. Oh my God, it turns on. Oh my God, it turns on. Okay, here, I'm gonna go get a game, a Japanese one, so I'll be right back. All right, so I got one of my favorite games for the PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16. I actually have the American version of this as well. So this is Splatterhouse. And yeah, so like I said, I have the Japanese version. I'm very happy to have this. And I also have the American version as well. I believe, funny story, so the Japanese version has a white mask, very much like Jason Voorhees. And in the American one, I think they changed the color because of copyright issues or something. But anyway, let's see if this works. All right, now I'm actually not sure. I guess I put it in this way. I mean, that would make sense, right? So you can actually see the hue card. Oh my God. Holy cow. There's no volume though. So, oh my God. This actually works. I don't know if you can see that. It's focusing on my face. Don't focus on my face, focus on this. The screen, it looks so good. Oh, I cannot believe this works. Oh, there is sound. Oh, I forgot that the menu didn't have sound. It's kind of low. This is a steal. This was a steal. Oh my, okay, all right, I'm gonna stop playing, but I am super happy right now. So this is a Japanese unit. You can see here, PC Engine GT. Like I said, this is region locked, so I can actually only play Japanese games on this. And I'm not even sure if I want to mod this. Dude, I might just keep this in original condition. I'm gonna try and do maybe a refurb. I'm definitely gonna do a video on this, guys, and go more in depth with this, but all right, so I'm gonna put this aside and let's go over the prices for everything. All right. All right, guys, so I got my computer here and I wrote down the prices for everything. I broke it down. So the first thing we're gonna go over this complete in box Game Boy Pocket, this black one. So for this Game Boy Pocket, the final auction price that I paid for this was 3,146 yen, which equates to about $29.52. So that's just for winning the auction. That's what I paid. Then you have to pay Sendico's commission, which is 500 yen, which equates to about $4.69. And then on this particular item, they charged 964 yen for inland shipping and tax. I'm bunching those together because I can't see whether or not they did charge a tax or not. So I'm just gonna say for the inland shipping and tax, they charged 964 yen, which is about $9.04. And then shipping the entire parcel with all three items was about $25. So I'm basically just gonna split that evenly between each of the items. So for international shipping, that's getting the product from the Sendico warehouse to my home address, was about 850 yen, which is $7.97. And all said and done, that amounts to 5,460 yen, which is about $51.22 for this complete in box Game Boy Pocket. Now, I looked on eBay, I looked at some recently completed listings. What I was looking at was about $70. So for this, not great savings, but about $20 in savings. You know, this is to my calculation. Again, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna call this about a $20 savings. All right, so the next item is the Game Boy Micro. So these aren't rare. They do often show up on eBay, but they do go for a fairly hefty price. But for this one, I paid at auction 9,751 yen, which amounts to about $91.48. So this one was kind of pricey. And again, There is the Sendico commission, which is 500 yen, again $4.69. Then there was the inland shipping and tax, which for this one was 1,745 yen, which was about $16.37, which was kind of expensive. I'm not sure how this was shipped. I'm assuming part of that was tax, because that's kind of a lot of money. This is a very small product, so I would have imagined it wouldn't have been very much to ship, so I'm assuming most of that's going to be tax. And again, Japan has a 10% sales tax. And the last thing, again, was the international shipping, which I'm applying to all of these items, and that was 850 yen, which again was $7.97, which brings this to a total of 12,849 yen, which equates to about $120.51. Now, these typically, you can find pretty good deals on this if you shop around for a while, but I've seen loose Game Boy Micro 20th anniversary editions go on eBay anywhere between $150 to $200. So, and again, these are just kind of estimates based on what I've seen on the completed listings. So that for this equates to about 30 to potentially, you know how good the condition. This is actually in really good condition. So $30 to $80 in savings. So far we're seeing some pretty decent savings. Now this last one that I'm going to go over, the PC Engine GT or Turbo Graphics 16 Express, these are very expensive. There's no sugarcoating it at all. So, and this one is working surprisingly, which is insane. Okay, so I actually went in and searched on the assumption that this was not working. So I'm gonna have to probably update these numbers to when I calculate the savings, but let me tell you what I spent on this first. So at auction, I won this auction and it cost me 15,567 yen, which sounds like a lot, but that it basically amounts to $146.05. Which, if you can get that in the United States on eBay, that right there is an amazing deal, even if it's not working. And then on top of that, we have the 500 yen, again, $4.69. And then there was the inland shipping and tax for this, which was about 2,480 yen, which amounts to $23.27. And then lastly, international shipping, same for all of them, 850 yen, which generally amounts to $7.97. Okay. So that brings me to a grand total of 18,547 yen, or $181.98. That's a lot of money for this console. But if you look at the recent completed auctions for non-working TurboGrafx 16 Expresses or PC Engine GTs, they go anywhere between $250 to $350. If they're working, they go for way more. So I don't know. I think this was a really good deal. So with the eBay listings I was looking at for kind of non-working ones, that was between $70 and $170 in savings. So overall, I spent in US dollars for these three items $353.71. I have to say, in general, shopping for retro game consoles in Japan, I think you're going to overall end up with a much better value than if you were to try and buy the equivalent here in the United States. In the United States, the prices for retro games, consoles, they have really just skyrocketed in recent years, and it's getting increasingly difficult to find good deals. And services like Sendico really kind of open the door for us to shop in Japan, where these things actually come from, and I think get pretty good deals. So if any of you use Sendico, I'd love to hear what kind of purchases you made, as well as your experience with the website. If you haven't used the service, would you consider checking it out now that you know a little bit more about the service? I'd really love to hear what y'all have to say, so leave a comment below and let me know. I make an effort to read every single comment and also reply. While you're here, consider subscribing to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you got any value from it. It'll really help me and the channel out, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you did enjoy this video. It's a little bit different from my usual stuff, but I'll be back at it with some mods next week. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye.